What's going on, Kart Lifers? Sammy D here. We're going to open up the brand new tour announcement for Wario vs Waluigi Tour, the next rally tour just announced in Mario Kart Tour. Going to talk about all these things you see right here. Yeah, this is the rundown for today, if you will. We're going to talk about what we could be having in this rally tour, and then we're going to open up, take a look at it, and then some updates on the game and a whole bunch of other stuff. Thank you for coming. I want to give a big thank you to everyone who came to the stream for the opening of the tour, where one whale captain 10 pull for Luigi Vacation ended up going all the way to what, 15 of 100? Oh man, wow. Thanks so much for sticking with me on the pipe draining. I've built back some rubies and treated myself to a pack because of my top 100 placement. We'll get into all of that. But the main headline right now, Wario vs Waluigi Tour announced for Mario Kart Tour. It's the next rally tour. It came one tour after the expert challenges ended. So remember, like I always say, not always when the expert challenges end, sometimes one tour after. Here we are. And the problem with that I run into on Kart Life, if you guys have been watching for a while, is that we have so much history in the Mario games, the Mario Kart games, the Nintendo franchises in general, and so much knowledge and lore of these characters and the tracks that are in all the past Mario Kart games, where if we really start putting together what the tour should be, we set ourselves up for disappointment, right? I try to actually steer away from this. I could have done a whole video on what this tour should be with Wario's Gold Mine and Wario Biker, the WarioWare alt that is long overdue for Mario Kart Tour, just because of how iconic Wario Biker is. He's seen in so many of the WarioWare games and other games with that biker helmet, and Smash Brothers as well. So I would love to see Wario Biker. Plus, you know, Wario Alt has been overdue since Wario Cowboy over a year ago, summer of 2020. And then before that, it was just Wario Hiker. In fact, these are two alts that actually haven't gotten a lot of value in the game. So Wario fans, I'm looking at you, Chris Clark, out there. I know are super fans of Wario and are very excited about this. Then again, Waluigi has a huge fan base as well. He just got Waluigi Vampire. So we can expect Waluigi Vampire coming back, probably because he's relatively new. Waluigi Bus Driver is very old news. He's one of the lowest valued drivers in the game. He's come back a few times already. So that's not going to be too enticing. But with these rally tours, we've had a mixed bag of what we've gotten before. The infamous Bowser vs DK Tour, for me, on that day, opening up, a huge letdown. Not only because the missing DK alt that people have been wanting for so long, but no new alt in general, no new driver, no new track. In that case, they were able to bring back, I forget if it was Dino Jungle or something thematic, one of the Bowser's Castle tracks. Bring back an existing track. Sometimes they'll add a new RT track. I believe Royal Raceway RT came in for the Mario vs Peach Tour. But that's an example there where you did have a new alt. Peach Happy debuted during the Mario vs Peach Tour. No new Mario alt, but a new Peach alt. So we've seen this go both ways, where there's no new driver, or it's a double of Dry Bowser, Funky Kong, something like that. And some people hate that. Some people loved it. Some people considered it a catch-up tour where you don't have a pipe you have to pull on. And certainly we could all use that right now after this incredible stretch. Not only the New Year's Tour with Bowser's Castle and Meowser, but now the new Boomerang driver, Luigi Vacation coming in. We could all use a chance to save some rubies. In fact, this pipe 2 with the Luigis here, it's hard for anyone to pull on just because even though the value is tremendous, 12% high-end rate and great stuff in this pipe, it's just with a lot of us don't have a lot of rubies, not to mention these special pipes they're throwing at us. But I digress. The point is we could get something cool in this new tour with a new Wario alt that's very much deserved, or we could get just a filler, if you will, and a chance to catch up. I will say these rally tours come with some high-end tickets usually in the shop, but keep in mind also a lack of base point tickets. Those driver kart glider red base point tickets usually do not appear in rally tours, so those are very coveted. In fact, they're at the top of the total challenge point cards this tour now going forward, it looks like, at a higher placement threshold. So those are valuable, especially for the whales and even people like me who just end up using them. And in fact, if you're going for ACR, you're going to want to have a lot of them at the ready. So What could we see? Wario Biker, that would be ideal for me. You know, if we do get a new track, that would be unprecedented to follow Bowser's Castle, Singapore Speedway, and then another retro track. I really don't think it's happening. I hope everyone's kept their expectations low. But what would the thematic track be if they brought one back that's a retro track? There's not a new RT track that really applies to Waluigi or Wario. They just did Waluigi Pinball RT in Ranked, and there's not really a Wario track. So what are they going to do for the centerpiece track? Well, I will give full credit to Professor J, one of my mods and good friends in the Kart Life family, for coming up with, I think, what the best theory is so far, which is that we will see the return of Ninja Hideaway. You know, they're probably looking for chances to bring back Merry Mountain and Ninja Hideaway, not just once a year, but maybe one more time on a certain thematic event. In this case, I think with all the Wario insignias on the original Ninja Hideaway, we all thought Wario was coming then anyways. I am going to go full in on Jay's prediction that we'll get Ninja Hideaway coming back here. We have seen RT already, so it won't be a new RT track if it comes. But instead of Ninja Shy Guy, we could just get that Ninja Wario alt. I think that the ninjas could be like the chefs or the penguins eventually, or the cats, where we have multiple ninjas in the game and they could just have this as a recurring theme, just like they might do with cowboys or who knows what else, tanukis. So without further ado, we'll open it up. These are some of my speculations. I'm going to go with Wario Ninja, though, with the giant banana. I think they could follow up with yet another must-have driver, honestly. I've been predicting the Kongs for 2 tours and it didn't happen. You guys have indulged me there. But giant banana is due. I could see Wario Ninja having a giant banana just because the bananas appear all over Ninja Hideaway anyways with the disappearing Shy Guys. Anyway, enough speculation. You guys already know what it is. You just want to see me react to it. So here we go. We're going to open it up and see the trailer and try to spot that. Ooh, nice tokens. Very cool. We're going to spot that new character, if there is one, in the trailer. Now, I love this because the tokens are cool. They're orange, which is very weird. Wario does not usually have orange on him. He's very yellow and purple. This is a very odd choice, but I like that it's at least something different. I wonder if it's the same exact orange as the Daisy, which would be a typical lazy move. But the purple Waluigi tokens are cool. Let me know in the chat, in the comments, which team you're going to go for. Once again, as a reminder, it does not really matter what team you choose. In fact, it doesn't even really matter that much which team has more coin boxers on it than not. The tokens are going to appear throughout the tour. They're never going to disappear. They're always going to be there. And data miners have disproven that tokens decrease red coin appearances in coin boxes. Just look, I know there's a lot of theories out there. Some people think that's not true, but the whole point of science and data is that we have to go by it when it's there until something better comes along, something more refined in the observations of these data miners. And what we know so far is that tokens do not interfere with red coins. In fact, the token hitbox could be a little bit bigger. Anyway, this is deep meta talk on coin collection and coin box drivers. And a lot of people choose their team based on who has the coin boxers. I would say, honestly, pick the team that you like most just as a fan. And I think that Wario could have a global edge, even though Waluigi fan base is huge. This could be a really close one. So, Team Rally, you're going to choose your team. Team Wario, Team Waluigi. Should we look? Is there a trailer? Let's see if there's a trailer. Waluigi, I'm going to start with Team Wario. Team Wario, let's go. Ooh. Oh, I didn't see anybody. I did not see anybody. Nope, didn't see anybody. Didn't see anybody there. Let's double check. Okay, I'm not seeing anyone in there, so let's go in here and look at this closely. Meowser's on Team Wario. We got some Marios, all the Marios on Team Wario. Anybody jumping out? You guys are just probably shaking your head right now, being like, nope, Sam, there's nobody new. We got the Kongs are over here. We got King Bob-omb Gold, Wario, Bus Driver, Waluigi Vampire. So really, both of them have 2 alts. You have the regular character and the 2 alts. So I don't know how they're going to split that up in terms of spotlights. It could just be cowboy and bus driver one week, and then hiker and vampire the other week, or something like that. Something very basic, I guess. So am I missing something? Let's go back and watch the trailers in full and see about the tracks, see if there's anything interesting there. I don't see Ninja Hideaway, so. Whoa! Wario Shipyard? For real? Oh my goodness. Oh. Guys, first of all, that glider. It's a Waluigi nose glider. Wario Shipyard 3DS, if I'm not mistaken. They have done it. They've brought another new retro track. This is enormous. Good job, devs. Good job. Wow. Bowser's Castle, Singapore Speedway, Wario Shipyard. Now, I will say I ranked on the Discord my favorite Wario tracks. This is not at the top of the list. Wario's Gold Mine is iconic all-time track. Mount Wario, another all-time iconic fan favorite track. Wario Stadium from the original N64 would have absolutely been my choice. But we know that this game, Mario Kart Tour, takes a lot of tracks in from Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart DS, the DS titles. And this is another one. There were objects from this track data mined, and I emphasize objects because tracks aren't exactly data mined themselves, but what happens is data miners find objects that are part of tracks. For example, maybe they found a piece of shipwreck or an eel. I think there are eels in this track. They may have found something like that, and then people speculate, okay, that's Wario Shipyard. It does not mean the track is confirmed. In fact, there's a lot of items from different tracks that have not been released. But we have wondered if this one is coming for that reason, and here it is, Wario Shipyard. Amazing. Oh, here are the badges, and it is a orange Wario badge and a purple Waluigi badge. They look cool. A lot of people like the silver ones more. I like them both. Oh my goodness. Let's watch the Wario trailer, see if we can get another glimpse at the track and other spotlights. Ah, can't believe I missed this the first time around. Cool. Let's get a look at this. It's a nice castle environment, very stormy sky. That looks awesome. And then we're going into the shipwreck. This is a partly underwater track. It's one of the reasons I don't love it. I hate the underwater sections, but on Bowser's Castle, the underwater sections were actually not bad. I don't know if you noticed, and we never covered this in a video, but the underwater physics you find on a track like Cheep Cheep Lagoon, they actually did not go with that on Bowser's Castle. When you're under the water, the lava water, you don't have the underwater physics. It was actually very manageable. It was an interesting choice not to do that, to have those underwater physics. So I'll see how that plays out here. I hate underwater physics in Mario Kart Tour. It's something you got to learn to deal with. But anyway, we'll see. I see, is it just one new glider, or is it a Waluigi glider, or is it just... They are showing off that track. They are showing off the track. This is very exciting. Very exciting, man. I was very surprised. Yeah, people are loving this. In fact, you know what? Let's just take a look at... I want you guys to see the track. It's kind of hard to hook up the DS and stream with it, but let's take a look. We're going to reference this video by Gamer JGB, and I hope that he doesn't mind. Let's take a look at Wario Shipyard. There's Ryder getting a big cameo here. I'm gonna turn this down. This might be too loud. Turn this way down so you guys make sure you can hear. The music is cool. So let's take a look at this. So some grates, we're curving right into underwater, and we're bouncing up and down through the water a lot, if I remember correctly. Into a skeleton cave here, pretty cool. Be able to turbo your way through. We got some jet pipes pushing us back and forth. You got to dodge those. Here's a rough section for combo over that jet there. We have an anchor coming through the ship. Going through the ship, coming out the tunnel. It's a pretty wild roller coaster type of track. It's fun, honestly. I'm just not super inspired by the like pirate shipwreck theme. I'm surprised we're not getting Wario Pirate, honestly. That would have been the time to do a pirate alt. But guys, I mean, this is pretty cool. A tour with no new driver but a new track is a nice compromise, I gotta say. Because we're not gonna have to pull, although they're gonna hide that Waluigi glider in one of these pipes, and some people are gonna want to go for that, especially the Waluigi super fans. I am pouring one out for Chris Clark, who did not get a new Wario alt, but hopefully Chris will be excited by this track. So this is Wario Shipyard. You get a sense of it. It should be wild, especially for the trick version. It's already pretty tricky. We got some side steppers here. And we have this is a cannon or mechanic or a glide? This is a glide. But you can see you're going in and out of the water a lot. It's a cool environment. I'm excited to see how they glow it up for Mario Kart Tour. Very cool news, guys. Let me know what you think in the chat and in the comments. And we will proceed with other things to talk about now in today's video before we sign off. I will say, as I noticed that I've fallen into second place, we'll check out ranked in a second. Not pulling on a driver next tour, and the idea of what do we do with our rubies now after this intense period from anniversary to New Year's. You know, I try to warn you guys months in advance, not just saving for anniversary, but then saving for New Year's tour. It turned out we got that new coin box for New Year's tour. New Year's proved to be a very rich time for the Mario Kart Tour economy and for your inventory, things that they're releasing that we really want to have, and then Luigi following right after. So now what do? It seems like a lull, like a down moment, right? To save rubies. And yes, you should be saving rubies. 450 rubies to be precise, or shortly under that, just so you can make sure on the new tour with a new driver you want to have, you're going to be able to earn those 450 rubies to drain a 100 pipe. I will say though, what is the next big event in Mario Kart Tour you should be saving for? I'm telling you guys right now, it's the 2.5 anniversary tour. Now, last year they surprised us with this and it was huge. We had a 3-tour celebration. We had 2 tours to build up to that Ninja tour, that Ninja Hideaway drop. And will they do a 2.5 year anniversary? I think they will, since they did the 1.5. And it's going to be coming up in what, March, April? I think was the exact date. I'd have to look back, but it's going to be coming up in a few months. This is time when you can start saving, and I'm going to promise you there's going to be something cool in 2.5 anniversary tour, so be saving for it now. Thanks to all the love from everyone for a big news item I don't think I've mentioned on a video, but I did make the top 100. Here's me badge. Very excited about it. I took about 4 days at the end of the tour to grind this out. Of course, I put in a little bit of work early on Ranked Cup, the week 1, but really I did this in 4 days. I'm pretty proud of myself. It was an intense grind. I should have taken the whole 2 weeks, but I looked at my loadouts and said, I can do this. And I did it with the help of Antilev and his trackers and Professor J and other friends. Once again, I've shout out to you guys for pointing me towards the right investments, and made some investments that honestly I can really stand behind going forward that are great for my inventory. The Starry Great Sale, the Silver Surf Master, King Balam Gold, Ninja, Shy Guy, stuff like that. It was really good. Speaking of Antilev, I want to tell you guys that in the Discord, if we go here, there is a new resource that you guys can use from Antilev. Let's see. By the way, ACR projections from Alex Young also in the resources for the current tour. But Antilev has added a update to his Bam and Gerbs tracker. So a lot of you guys are wondering, what are all these trackers? What are the differences between all of them? And yes, I should do a better summary of this at some point, but in the Discord, everyone can help you out with this. The Bam and Gerbs tracker allows you to look at your whole inventory, what upgrades will get you what tracks, see where you have the most coverage, the least amount of coverage, and really tinker around with your numbers and understand what are the best things in my inventory. And if I make this upgrade from level 4 to level 6, what new tracks will that give me on this certain driver, kart, or glider? And Anteleb, I think in here, Resources General, has done a video for you all that summarizes his version of the Bam & Gerbs tracker, which has a little bit of a modification he's done that helps you look at ACR items, so the items that are used most in this tour. And he's also added some overlap features where you can look at which investments you could be making that have the least overlap with other high value items. You can see this tutorial here in Resources General on the Kart Life Discord. Speaking of the Kart Life Discord, there's a lot of Mario Kart Tour Discords out there, and I thank you for coming to mine for your Ranked Cup needs. I will say that in week 1, looking back on week 1 of Singapore Tour, we had some sleepers, we had some clusters of people. This is following Hero Geddon or Hero Apocalypse, where 2 weeks ago so many players in Tier 70 had Hero, this top player, at the top of the Ranked Cup, and it was put into so many people's matchings. This last week we had a cluster of 4, 5, or 6, and sometimes in slightly different combination, but people who had Vacation Mao and who had Dana and who had Eminem and Orlando Boom, and these people who are put into so many ranked matchings. And so I will say I'm very proud of the community here on the Kart Life Discord, because in the Ranked Cup channels we break it all down. We look at who are these people that are being put out into all the lobbies that we're getting and to all the ranked matchings, and we're studying them. We saw the Vacation Mouse sleeper moment coming a couple days ahead of time. We studied these drivers, and you can use the community together, kind of figure out, okay, who's going to be the threat? What do we need to do? What are we assuming this person can get with these loadouts? So great job to everyone on the Discord. I was able to survive week 1. And if we look here, I'll show you my final tally here. Was able to surpass Eminem and Vacation Mao into first place with 118. So driver ticket week, and I need the rubies. Speaking of needing the rubies, got myself an ACR present. That's right. I bought 2 packs this tour for the first time, I think ever. $40 pack and $20 pack. I usually buy one $20 pack of tours, my Whale Captain pack. Why did I go above and beyond this time? Well, besides having to drain for Luigi Vacation, I got that top 100 badge, and gosh darn it, I deserve a present. So treated myself to a little gift, which was the jukebox cart. Now, it's not a top 10 hitbox. In fact, it's one of the worst size hitboxes. But sometimes the heart just wants what it wants, and you have favorite items that you think look really cool. And I like this jukebox cart. The color changing on the rim is extremely cool. Absolutely love that. So we'll see how it comes into play. It's Jump Boost Plus, which will serve me well, although skill does not matter that much in scoring, as we've learned. But also new packs, the Cactuar and Daisy Somewhere. This is a great pack just because the Cactuar is a huge hitbox for carts. For Coinbox, this is great, and Daisy Swimmer has been doing really well ever since they fixed the triple banana. And then this was the other pack I got for myself, the Luigi Raceway. I don't know why it's a very lazy. We were talking about this on the comments with the rundown and stud fit. It does look a little lazy, like they just threw Luigi on a glider and some text. However, Luigi Raceway is a callback to an N64 track. So if there's going to be any N64 nostalgia, you know I'm going to be, my heart's going to be fluttering a little bit. And I don't know, I just have this feeling about this glider, like it's very under the radar. And so I was like, you know what, I have too many gliders. We always talk about this, all these gliders at level 1, especially these rare ones the past several months. Including the glittering parasol and the special pipe, which I did not get or go for. But anyway, I treated myself to those, and ranked 1 was a success for me. Week 2 is here now, and also in week 2, in addition to the Festival Wings, which, see, I thought this was going to be a Ninja Hideaway call out, just because Festival Wings does have some Ninja Hideaway tracks, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 2 of them there. And that's what Jay and I were theorizing. Anyway, theory was wrong, but Festival Wings is in there for some reason. The special pipe is another tough one, especially having to spend all these rubies. It's hard to go into the special pipe for another Spotlight glider that, you know, who knows when I'll upgrade it. So I passed on it after some singles for my friends and Gold Shy Girl. But daily selects have been slow for everyone. I agree, they are down in the ticket rates. I don't know why. I'm not shut down per se. I've gotten 2 or 3 tickets this tour and 3 or 4 last tour. Not totally shut down. But the tier shop, I will say, is pretty cool in week 2 because we have Black Yoshi, the Off-Roader, and Dry Browser Umbrella. 3 high ends right there for normal price, 12K, 10K, 10K, and they're great items. Black Yoshi is one of the drivers that has the least amount of coin box overlap at a high level, and he's good. I used him a couple times in ranked at level 6 double uncapped on like DK Pass R. I think now someone else better has gotten that track. So these drivers will get supplanted with coin boxers and even boomerang drivers and lucky sevens eventually. But if you have them at a high level, check the Bam & Gerbs tracker. This is a great example of what you can check in there to see if Black Yoshi is good for you or not. But I will say the Off-Roader and the Dry Browser Umbrella, you can't go wrong. Off-Roader is the biggest hitbox in the game, if I'm not mistaken. So for coin box collecting, the Off-Roader, not to mention the yellow Off-Roader, brown Off-Roader is a little bit collecting dust for a lot of people, but hey, it's still one of the biggest hitboxes in the game. The yellow Off-Roader was a $40 paid bundle. I don't have it. I wish I did. But this thing, even though it's old value, meaning it really had its peak of ranked use and buffs a long time ago, but even those old value items, now the Dry Browser Umbrella also being old value, if you will, these still come up in ranked, guys. Don't let it fool you that these are not on Tabor's top 10 anymore. These are still very, very valuable karts and gliders, and I highly recommend, if you got the change in your bank, especially from no high-end tickets appearing, to pick these things up. So week 2 is here, and I've just gotten past a little bit, but I haven't grinded very hard. After all these clusters and the Hero Geddon thing, I seem to have an easy week, and it seems this week there's not a lot of clusters of groups, players that are passed around into everyone's ranked cup. So that's nice. We are welcoming the reprieve. And I got this guy, Thibim73, has passed me. Shout out to Jack the Dark Blue Yoshi, one of our fellow Mario Kart Tour content creators who is in my ranked list and a pit crew member. Appreciate you and your support, man. It's always fun to see a pit crew member pop up in my ranked. So we'll see. I think Jack and I can probably both win this week. I'm starting at 87K without a lot of grinding, and my loadouts, this is funny, I actually was running with the jukebox, even though it's not going to be my cart choice on this track. It's the red Crawley cart at level 3, the commemorative Crawley, another huge hitbox. And on Singapore, actually, let's go into the loadouts exactly, and I'll show you, because Pauline Party Time, Coinboxer, of course. Obviously, Coinbox is the best option, ideally, or Boomerang. Luigi's at level 1. I'm not taking him high enough to be running on this ranked track. But Pauline level 5 with just 1 ticket needed for level 6. I could double cap her with 5 of my 11 tickets. You know, she gets frowned upon a lot just because she's the least valuable Coinbox driver. But here she is in ranked with this city buff. It is a city buff, so it's not the best buff in the world, but she is here in ranked cup. It needs to be said. So going to be some good action counts if you have her at a high level. I could take her there, like I said, but I already have Holodaisy at 6-2, 6 double capped, and with Lucky 7 bagging, staying in 6th or 7th place, getting that Lucky 7 frenzy, and then even going for another Lucky 7 frenzy or a couple Lucky 7 singles, and then making your way to the front for first place. That can give you just as many actions as a Coinbox driver can. In fact, Singapore Speedway, there's a lot of up and down into the sky, a lot of gliding, falling. I don't know if it's the best Coinbox track anyways. Haven't done a lot of testing on it, but Holodaisy is who I'm going with for now. Crawley, Red Crawley at 3. Red Crawley would be good with Coinbox collecting, I will say. And then for the gliders, I have a random assortment. I never took the Black Great Sale super high. I got it very, very late in the game, so it still could be good for me, but after my all cup ranking push, I don't have a lot of tickets. I'm building the backup. I had 10 to 20 of all of these high-end tickets, and now I've just got 2 or 3 or 4 of each. So I won't be doing that. The regular toe beans is at 5. That's what I'm taking into ranked cup single capped to see if I can win this track. Next track, Sunset Wilds, is a huge loadout for me because it's Kamek, triple capped level 7, Off-Roader, triple capped level 7. That's in your tier shop. And the Dream Glider, triple capped level 6. Almost a 7 triple capped full loadout, which I've never had anything like this in a ranked track before. This is good luck for me, but it's also great value. This is what I'm talking about, the off-roader. We have newer carts like the Tanuki cart and even the Roaring Racer, the Merlion, the Paintster is another newer great hitbox cart, but still this old value cart coming in on a ranked cup track. Old value is still great value. Singapore Speedway RT. Could this be the time that the game forces me to finally take Mario Sunshine to a higher level? I kind of hope so, because I love Giant Banana as much as all of you guys do. Another driver who's been given a rough treatment from the game. But here we could double cap him. We could double cap him and Party Time Pauling if we really wanted. But he needs to get to level 4. I took him halfway here with that pack I got with the Jukebox card. So level 4 is pretty inevitable. I mean, this is begging for a ticket, but at the same time, if I can win ranked without doing it, man, even one extra ticket right now would be clutch for me. So I'm going to see if I can win with just the level 3, but you know what, if the game wants me to take him higher due to some nice competition, I would love to do that. So we'll see. I got the Black Toes for level 6, double capped for Kart, and there's my great ACR glider there. But case in point right here, all these other rare gliders I always talk about having, the Magic Parasol, the Commemorative Mushroom 8-bit, and the Ship's Wheel even, which is probably the best value of all the like back half of 2021 gliders, still can't compete with the Silver Surf Master for me. So no point investing in anything else right now. I think that's it for week 2, and we'll do today's challenge. I do want to say about going back to rank week 1 and the Discord and analyzing the sleepers, just a quick PSA moment here. Don't be a sleeper. Don't do it. People ask me, what do you mean don't be a sleeper? What's wrong with waiting until the last day or the last hours of rank to score? Well, if you start thinking about it, it's very clear. It's that someone coming in with a score out of nowhere in the last few hours, or even the last 10 minutes as we saw with Eminem, it wrecks everyone's ranked who has them. Now, you know, if you're sleeping and you do your scores in the last night of the last day of the week, you might not be in anyone's ranked cup. You might not be messing anyone up, and fair enough. And look, also, if you don't have time during the week, you know, I know on the Gold Pass account with Gold Shy Girl and my niece, I don't have time to grind that account, so sometimes I do go in on the last day or last evening and grind. But what I'll do is early on in the week, make sure to get a run or two in with your loadouts so people can see what you're working with. Now, you know, some people like to be sneaky and hide their loadouts, but you know, no one that you have in your ranks list has you in their ranks list. This is something that is still, believe it or not, a misconception in the community. I see this on my Discord. I had to tell Vacation Mal about this actually directly, that no, they do not have you in their ranked. If you're worried about Eminem and you think that when you score, Eminem's going to see your score and go higher, no, there has been no evidence that I've ever seen in 2.5 years of this game that you have someone in their ranked and they also have you in their ranked. So there's no direct back and forth rubber band correlation between you and the other players in ranked. All you're doing by waiting to the end is screwing other people over. It gives you no strategic advantage whatsoever. So if you do have to wait till the last night of ranked to get your scores in, that's fine, but just do a run early on and show what you got that you're working with. And by the way, also waiting till the end, it's not good for you anyway, because you might need more time than that to grind. In fact, I hate to bring attention again to Vacation Mal, but sleeping till the very end, he actually got caught by Eminem coming back and was not able to surpass because he waited too long. And this I hate to see, because you know, you need to allow yourself a little more time to get the runs you need. Unless you're a top whale and you're doing the play with feet strategy, well, less of a strategy, but that's your style, meaning you're getting by, you're skating through with just the power of your loadouts. You're not really getting the optimal action count run. Then yeah, maybe you can come in and win at the last second, but maybe you can't, and maybe you should have given yourself a little more time to grind. So that's my PSA. Don't be a sleeper. Don't be a sleeper. Hashtag it. Shout it from the back of the room, and so the whole world can hear. Now we'll do our today's challenge pipe, and I think that's it. I will say as we do this, wanted to say next week, I think next Thursday, is the 2nd year anniversary of Kart Life. Crazy. 2 years of the channel. I appreciate you guys so much for sticking with me, especially you members. And we'll have to do something special. I posted in the community tab asking you guys what you wanted to see, and we'll see what I do. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do yet. Don't have tons of time to put together a crazy special, but maybe answer some viewer questions. Maybe do a fun list of some kind. We'll see. Maybe just do a stream and hang out. So let's see what we get from the Sage Challenge pipe. I know I need the rubies, so even 3 rubies to me are going to be nice. Oh, Black Dozer on this track is tough. It's so clunky. I know this cart has great value, but I really like zipping around in my history of Mario Kart. Like, I always raced with a lightweight driver, Toad being my original driver in Super Mario Kart. Dropped combo there with this clunky heavyweight driver on the Black Dozer. I like zipping around and ducking and dodging and not taking up a lot of space. Here's a nice little coin line you can get. I didn't hammer it perfectly, but make sure you remember that strat. But anyway, in Mario Kart Tour, having a lightweight, zippy, small kart driver, it doesn't get you anywhere except multiplayer success. In the game, for scoring, you want the biggest hitbox possible so you can get every coin you can. Can we get a frenzy up in here? Jeez. I got a blue shell. Hit the green shell? Anybody? Nope. Okay. We're just cruising through, clunking our way through Neo Bowser City with a big heavyweight Pauline and a Black Dozer. Wario Shipyard, very cool, guys. This is exciting. That's the devs. I gotta give it up to you for this one. There's a coin frenzy to finish this out. And if you get the right line here, you can come really hard. It's hard in a frenzy, but you can hammer all the way over. Get that whole line of coins. I haven't had a huge TCP in a while. I'm getting a lot of 300 coins lately. Could really use the rubies. But thankfully there's no driver we're definitely pulling for. And I can save rubies next tour and start that 2.5 anniversary savings right now. Let's go to 86 coins, starting our races for the day. It's a green pipe. Can we get even 3 rubies, please? 500 coins. All right. So we'll have to work a little bit more on ranked week 2. Let me know in the comments if you're hyped for Wario versus Waluigi, what team you're going to be. Keep in mind, it does not matter. It's only 5 rubies that are on the line, but hey, 5 rubies is 5 rubies. I'm going to try to go Wario, I think. I think it's going to be close. I think both characters have big fan bases, big cult fan bases. Wario might have a little more, but I could easily see Waluigi taking this on a landslide. Waluigi has such a cult following. You guys know it. So we'll see. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. This has been a Kart Life Week 2 breakdown and talking about the new tour. We'll see you in the next one, okay? And Kart Life's 2nd anniversary coming around the corner. Thanks for all the love from all you guys, members especially. We'll see you in the next one. Stay home, stay safe, and be kind to one another. And yes, I'm over my COVID now, feeling right as rain. Thank you for the love. See you in the next one.